Hello and welcome to this week's IG Live. Today we are going to be talking to our founder, author Deedee Cummings, about an exciting event that's coming up in our sister organization, which is Makeaway Mindset. And if you haven't signed up, hello, you can still have time to get registered. Self-love party, and it's coming up on a Saturday, February 10th, 11 o'clock Eastern, but you have to register, and there are going to be door prizes and all kinds of fun stuff happening. Hello,
Hi,
how are you
I-
doing?
I'm doing good. How are
Good,
you?
good. Busy day. And for those that don't know, today is also Multicultural Children's Book Day, and of course, Makeaway Media and Deedee Cummings are the super platinum sponsor. And so we're going to be having a big virtual party tonight, and Deedee is one of the co-hosts. So that's very exciting. And you also have another big event coming up with Makeaway Mindset that we're going to be talking about.
Yes, I'm so glad to come on today to tell everybody to make sure to register for our self-love event on Saturday, February 10th. We have just started, I heard you call it a sister organization. That was the first time I heard it characterized that way, but it is a sister organization because for years, for 10 years, this is our 10th year celebration of Makeaway Media. For 10 years, we've done basically a mindset club for kids and families. And now we're starting something called the Makeaway Mindset, which is going to be geared towards women. Probably mostly a lot of the moms that we've been talking to the last 10 years. So on February 10th, right before Valentine's Day, we're going to do a self party on Zoom. It'll be a virtual event, and it'll only last about an hour. So give your kids cereal and set them in front of a Spider-Man movie, like us moms do, and just take 1 hour for you to hear about how you can prioritize your needs. A lot of times on Makeaway Mindset, if you're not following that, please go follow it now on Instagram, because we give a lot of tips for how to take care of yourself and to keep you motivated. And one of the most common comments that we get, thanks for the love. I see somebody sending us some love. One of the most common comments we get is, I know this is real. I know it's something I need to do, but I have no idea to do it. So that's what this hour is going to be about. Giving you the motivation to do it and reminding you of all the reasons why you need to do it. So we'll go through some actual steps to help put you first.
I love that because, like you said, I mean, we were talking about that in our own meeting for Makeaway Media, that self-love is something we all know we're supposed to do, but we usually don't take the time to do it. And like you said, then if you do find time, what are you supposed to do exactly?
Right.
So
Right. And
I mean, I love that this is characterized as a self-love class, so we can actually learn how to do
yeah,
it.
and it's different for everybody. Yesterday I was talking to my daughter, and people often encourage me to do things for myself because a lot of times the things that we teach the best are sometimes the things we need to work on the most. So I also have to work hard on practicing self-love and putting myself first. And yesterday I was talking to my daughter after I left this clinic. I just recently signed up to help with an expungement clinic, a criminal expungement clinic here in Louisville, Kentucky, where I live. And a lot of people don't know this because most people know me as an author or as a therapist, but I'm also an attorney.
Mm.
Um, so I was leaving the express clinic, and my daughter said that as she was talking to me on the phone, that my voice sounded so light and like I was lifted. And she said, "Are you doing something for yourself?" And I said, "Well, kind of." I said, "But a lot of times the stuff I do for myself is for other people too." But I
Mm.
volunteered in this expungement clinic to help people um, clear their criminal records. People who made mistakes many years ago and deserve a clean shot at life. And I just felt so good when I left there. And the reason I bring this up is self-care and self-love is different for everybody.
Mm.
I know you've probably heard of love languages.
Right.
And so everybody has a different love language. Some people want to be told, they need to hear it daily. I love you. I'm grateful for you. But some people need to be shown that you're grateful for them. So my love language to take care of myself is actually to help other people. That's how I take
Mm.
care of them. I love that. And so we're going to talk about that too. About, there's not one recipe. I can't like give you exact steps for you, but I can help you figure out the steps that you need to take for yourself, because everybody's love language, including the love language that they need to give, the love they need to give to themselves, that's different for everyone.
Oh, that's funny. I had heard about the love languages, but I
Yeah.
hadn't thought about it in terms of applying to my love I show to
Yeah.
myself. And we should mention there are going to be
They're going
prizes.
to be door.
That's always a big
Yeah, they're
draw.
going to be door prizes. And we did a class a couple weeks ago on the makeaway mindset, what it means to take your life in your hands, and not to just take the life that you're given, but to take control of your life and make it what you want, and to know what you deserve in life. And we only had a few people on, and so everybody who was on that class, everybody got the door prize, because they were such a great group and they were so engaged that we gave something to everyone, and then one person won a big prize, which was a makeaway mindset packed with all kinds of goodies in it. So I don't know if we're going to be able to give everybody a door prize this time, because we already have 25 people. I was just looking at Zoom before I got on here. We already have 25 people signed up for the class, and the class is still a couple weeks away. But we do tend to give a lot of prizes, and they're good. They're good prizes.
Can you give us a hint, or do you want it to be a
the
surprise about what kind of prizes you'll be
Well,
giving away?
I usually give away one of the make away mindset bags, which are really nice. I mean, they're not like they're not cheesy bags. They're canvas. They're printed really well with the make away mindset. So it just kind of reminds you every time you put that bag up to go somewhere, reminds you that you are taking control of your life. Hopefully, you'll put some things in there, like we give a really nice leather bound journal that says, "If a caterpillar can fly, why can't I?" on the front with a beautiful butterfly. So hopefully every time you go somewhere, you'll put your journal in that bag. It'll remind you that you have steps that you've promised yourself that you are going to take control of your life and make it what you want it to
Mhm.
be. Because if we just sit back and accept what life gives us, we'll never find time for ourselves. And so a lot of times, like probably the number one thing I hear from people is, I've got kids, I got to work, all this stuff going on. Yeah, sure, self-care, self-love, it sounds good, but I can never get to it. Well, if you tell yourself that you can never get to it, you can't. We're giving you very small tips for how to give yourself
Mhm.
time. 15 minutes in the morning that can set your mindset for the rest of the day. Maybe you won't be as bothered when someone cuts you off in traffic. It sets your intention and what you're promising yourself you're going to give yourself during the day. We're talking about 15 minutes in the morning, taking back control of your lunch. Don't go sit and have lunch with a table full of coworkers who are feeding your head with a lot of negativity. Move away from that. Just tell them, hey, one of my New Year's resolutions is that I'm going to read more. So no offense, I love you guys, but I think I'm going to sit over here so I can read my book during lunch.
Yes.
And then a book that gives you hope, that fills you up, that inspires you, or read a book like You Are a Badass, that
Mhm.
gives you the tips and the techniques for how to see that there are signs in the universe that want you to be successful. And then I have a book coming out this year called How to Dream, which will also give you
Mhm.
tips and concrete steps for how to really put yourself first in life. And when we say put yourself first, people always say that that is selfish. They always think, because we've been trained to think that we cater to everyone else. But what we find is we're no good for anybody. When we don't take that time to put ourselves first, when we don't pour into ourselves with things like this IG
Mhm.
Live or this class we're about to have on February 10th for self love, when we don't take the time to figure out who we are and what we need and give our what we need, then we're no good for anybody else anyway. We're short tempered. We lose our patience. Um, we just aren't able to pour into people with the best of ourselves when we don't take care of ourselves.
And like you said, I know something I've learned from our conversations when you're talking about taking that 15 minutes for yourself in the day is we tend to think of that means you're going to have 15 minutes less to do everything else on your list. But a lot of times if you're in a good place,
Mm-hmm.
like you said, you're much calmer and you're more focused to get all the other stuff done. Whereas sometimes, you know, if you feel really scattered or maybe you're angry because you resent the things that you're doing, then you don't do them well. And sometimes you have to redo it because you didn't do it right. Or, you know,
Your
it actually
your
does
focus is
help
off.
you. Yeah.
Your focus is off. Yeah, you just don't have the energy. You're not
Right.
as zoned in. You're not as tuned in because you're not zoned into your own life. So you can't really be zoned in for anybody else either. So yes, taking those 15 minutes at the beginning of the day for you pays off in dividends for the rest of the day.
Right.
Mhm.
Right. It's not like a subtraction from your time. It actually helps get you set up for everything else that you're going to do.
Right. It's
I
not a
cannot wait for this class, and I love how you have the timing of right
yeah,
before Valentine's Day. When, of course, we're thinking about giving love to other people. It's taking time to give love to ourselves first. So that's and Saturday morning. I mean, most of us are usually free Saturday morning, so I love this timing.
yeah. Or you know, or it's easier to get free Saturday mornings. I know parents are pretty busy every day of the week, but maybe you can plan to put off some of the things that you have to do, make them earlier Saturday morning or later Saturday afternoon. Give
Mhm.
yourself this 1 hour to hear a very positive, uplifting message about how to pour into you first and why you should, and how to remind yourself that you need to do that. But I also wanted to do before Valentine's Day. Like you said, on Valentine's Day, we do think about giving love to other people and showing our love to other people. We don't think about showing love to ourselves. But there's this new holiday called Self-Love Day that comes right before Valentine's Day. Now, kind of like
Right.
Galentine's. Galentine's is a new holiday. So we have Galentine's Day where we show our girlfriends love. We have Valentine's Day where we show other people in our life love. And we have Self Love Day now. And I really think you should celebrate Self Love Day like you do Valentine's Day. And you don't have to go out, everything's very commercial. You don't have to go out and buy a bunch of stuff either. We're talking about things as simple as a bubble bath.
Mm,
We're talking about very simple ways to show yourself, you know what? I am worthy of love too. I have to show myself that I care about me, especially if I want to command that other people care about. So Valentine's Day can be a hard day for some people who think that they have to have a Valentine,
right.
which is typically a partner or a romantic partner in life. But I don't mean to be cheesy when I say this. I know this probably sounds cheesy, but be your own
Mm,
Valentine. I mean, if you're gonna buy a little chocolate heart to give to somebody, get one for you too.
yeah. Yes. I like that.
Yeah, give yourself some chocolate.
Yeah. And you know, that's a good idea too. I mean, even if you have partners, sometimes partners are not always the best at remembering to get stuff. So, and women tend to be more attentive to that kind of thing. So, like you said, you know, if
Yeah.
you're upset because your husband or boyfriend or whoever is not getting you what you want, then just get yourself some chocolate. Buy yourself
Or that
flowers.
you
That's
don't have a boyfriend or
right.
friend or whoever it is. And, you know, I know it's easier than done to say, don't be upset about that. I'm not going to tell you not to be upset about that. But what I'm going to tell you to do is to give yourself the love that you wish that you were getting from someone
Mm,
else. That's one of the best ways to show people what you expect. When you start giving yourself what you know you deserve,
mm,
you start immediately setting a boundary. You set the limit for what other people should give you. And it's a good reminder for yourself. I don't have to settle for this if it's something I'm not happy with. Or maybe you do have a good husband or partner in life, but they don't speak your love language. Show
right.
them how to speak your love language by giving to yourself and use that as an example what you hope their love language for you will become.
And and for the moms who are watching, you're also modeling for your kids the kind of adult that they can grow up into, that they don't think that moms are just about self-sacrifice and doing things for everybody else, that they see you taking time for yourself, spending time with your friends, doing things that are important to you. And so they expect that that's what they'll do when they grow up, and they won't expect to grow up into somebody who's always giving to everybody else and never taking time for themselves. So again, goes back to the idea of it's not selfish because you're modeling, that really healthy relationship that you have with yourself.
And Make Away, I don't do the best job of selling myself, so I put this out here right now. That Make Away has a lot of books about love and relationships. The whole Kayla series is
Yes.
about how Kayla pours herself even as a child. There's lots of coping skills and growth mindset techniques in the Kayla series, Kayla activity book. And then we have two books called Love Is and Heart. Love is for everybody. One of my favorite stories about Love is that an adult woman book signing bought that book from me for her adult child, her adult daughter, who was going through a divorce, and she remind her adult daughter how simple love should be. I thought that was just a beautiful story. So we have Love Is and we have Heart. Heart was written after I saw a lot of heartbreak from kids in the foster care system who just constantly face this rejection from foster home placements that, would not work out, or even adoptions that would not work out. And those kids want nothing more than a family to love them. And Heart was all about how to not put that big wall around heart, because you get so hurt and fed up by people telling you no. So that also is just a beautiful book about how to guard your heart from becoming filled with despair or hopelessness in a world that sometimes looks hopeless. So we do have books for kids that are about love. You do want to get a Valentine's book, get a book for Valentine's Day for a child. But Makeaway is hope, as you know, and there's a lot of love in hope, because you're really pouring into yourself and into your future when you take a step and believe in love and hope.
I love that. And for anybody who's just joining us, we are talking about the Self-Love Day, the Self-Love Party that's coming up. It's Saturday, February the 10th, 11 o'clock Eastern. It's completely free. It's virtual. You can do it in your own house. And there'll be door prizes. It's just 1 hour. It's going to be a lesson on self-love and how to lift yourself up and get your motivation back and your focus back. And it's going to be with Deedee Cummings, who is a licensed therapist. And so if you want to find out more about it or to sign up, go visit Makeaway Mindset. And I'll of course include the link to their Instagram in the notes when this is up. But please go and register. It's coming up soon, right before Valentine's Day, and it is going to be amazing. I'm actually just reminded that I haven't registered yet, so I will do that when we're finished.
That's awesome. I would love to see you there. I would love that. And I want to tell everybody who's on and anybody who watches this video afterwards that every single one of us is worthy of love. It doesn't matter what your history has been. It doesn't matter what people have told you. There are a lot of people in our lives that benefit from us not feeling good about ourselves, because then that means that we stay stuck and we serve them. So if someone is telling you that you're not worthy of love, or you're not worthy of the life that you dream of, you have to think about what it is that they're getting from you. How are they benefiting from you? Because if they're telling you that you're not worthy of love, that's a lie. Every single one of us is worthy of love and worthy of spending our life the way that our heart tells us to do. So I want you to remember that on Valentine's Day.
I love that. And thank you everybody for joining us, and hopefully we'll see you on February 10th.
And
And
happy Read Your World Day
yeah,
tonight.
thank Thank you. And actually, for those who are following along with Read Your World Multicultural Children's Book Day, there are a lot of there. I just saw a review of the Kayla books up this morning. Uh,
Yeah.
I'm not sure, she might have posted
Yeah.
it yesterday. I saw it this morning from Maya's Book Nook, and I know there will be others coming in as well. So hello, thank you for joining us, and
Hey,
hopefully we'll see you in
that's
a few weeks for the big event. Bye, everybody.
bye.